Lally ho, friends, and welcome to, I think that said 58 of Kupo Quest. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Kellen in the
And
chat just for a short amount of time, but just
Hey,
so everybody knows.
we
So
love you,
hi,
Kellen.
shout out to Kellen. So welcome back, everybody, for what should be a super chill episode of Kupo Quest. We'll see how it goes. Where were we? Let's see. Where did we leave off? That's right. We got a new party member. We got a new party member in Bazcat, who's now with us. Very, very key piece of what I think the party was missing. A nice, big, hanky boy. So,
Meat shield.
the group decided to head up to the Norvallen region. They've been talking about this for a while, and now they finally decided to go. A couple things on their agenda. They're still looking for the Ellison for a couple reasons. On the most back burner, they do have the diplomatic mission that they're still contemplating doing. But they're also looking to get help for Blake, who has been comatose and unresponsive since she entered into some kind of communion with the stranger. On the way there, they received a message from Squall that let them know that he had a contact that he would like for them to stop by and pick up in Calm. A little bit of debate over whether or not they were going to do that because Calm is still technically Empire territory, but they did manage to make that decision, land, and meet Fastcat, who is a mercenary for hire that Squall has had on the payroll for quite a while. After that, a couple of us teleported back to Balam in order to kind of catch up with Squall, deliver the news, and just, check in. So that was Bailey, Fazcat, and Izzy, right?
correct.
Yes.
Okay. Afterwards, Squall asked Fazcat to stick around, and they had a little bit of a chat and catch up, and that is when he revealed that Renoa is currently expecting, something that the party doesn't know. And but above table now, everybody should feel like real dicks for
She's
letting her
pregnant.
get kidnapped, and doing nothing about it. But they
Letting
don't.
her get kidnapped is crazy.
But
We weren't even in the same cutscene. Thank you very much.
there were, yeah, that happened off screen. There was one other piece of business that the team had in town, and that was to deliver the news of Nozak's fall to his two children. We left off at night, so we'll pick up in the morning. You all can have a long rest if you didn't take that at the end of last session.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then I will kick it back to you all to start this day off. We'll start with those in Balam. So, the three of you would have been given rooms that were close to each other. Izzy, Nozak. Sorry, God, that's gonna take. I'm still not used to it. Bailey, you two have adjoining rooms, and then Bazcat, yours is across the hall. So right in the same little stretch of hallway, though. What do y'all want to do? First thing in the morning, waking up. Izzy, let's just start with you. What's going on?
Izzy is sitting in a chair focusing, and it's just him breathing and just nodding, almost as if he's going over a script. And as he does, you would see he's looking at Nozak's gauntlet that's sitting on his desk in front of him.
Okay.
And I think he's just waiting because he specifically told Squall, he's like, hey, when the kids are downstairs in the common area, it's a common area, right?
You don't know exactly where he's going to have them meet you, but they're
Basically, he said, send guards when the kids are
yeah.
available so I can talk to them.
Yeah. This place has like an entryway. Like they don't host a lot of like meetings here. They have other buildings for that.
Oh,
This
right. I'm thinking of Nozak's house.
yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah, that's in
Yep.
Lindblom. Nice house.
Yeah,
Though.
wherever.
It was in Lindblom.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, basically, wherever
What's
the
left
guards
of
will
it.
have them meet. Listen, he knows Squall's a bit socially inept, like he is, even more so. But he knows Squall isn't an idiot. He's not gonna be like, "Hey, meet them in the. We're gonna put them in the town square."
Sure.
And give you a megaphone.
Okay. Is there anything before this whole pleasant business gets started that you want to do, Izzy?
Oh yeah. He is going to see if Master Matoya is going to reply to his message after seeing his brother is trapped somewhere in the Beastlands.
I actually thank you for that. I left that out of my recap. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Hikael, who's been off screen in the Beastlands, mounting a rescue mission for Grunthor's wife, seems think things have turned south. However, you have not gotten a response from Matoya.
That's fair. If she's he knows that spam messaging her won't force her to do anything. So he'll just continue to focus and think about what he's going to say.
Okay. All right, Bailey. You
Feel
don't really
like
have.
after kind of finally waking up, Bailey's just gonna kind of look around the room, see if there's anything that's like keeping them in there or just keeping an eye on him. Which I feel like he'd be like, yeah, that's fair enough. But no, I feel like Bailey's gonna step outside and kind of look for a guard of some sort.
As soon as you step outside, there are 2 guards posted outside your door.
Oh, I suppose I wasn't really expecting anything different, was I? Uh, what if you able to come with me? I would like to have a look around if that's okay. Just to walk around town.
Sure. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Um, do you have like a scroll shop at all? Or like a magic shop that does spells?
We don't have much of that here. There's probably some places you could find. Actually, there might be that one store. They're not going to have much, but I can take you there if you'd like. It's more of a
Yeah?
bookshop, really, but
Oh, I'll definitely take one of those if that's okay. Can
sure.
I grab a guard for that?
Sure, we can escort you there.
Brilliant,
Where are
thank
you
you.
going now?
Well, I would like to, yes.
Very well. And he'll like motion to the other person standing across from him, just kind of make eye contact, nod a little bit, and then they will both start walking with you.
I'll do some of these ones.
You do notice that there were not guards at the other 2 doors.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like Bailey would have like clocked that straight away.
Yeah.
He's not stupid.
Yeah. So just quick above table, who is planning on attending this meeting with the children? I know Izzy for sure, but the other 2, do you even have
He did not invite them.
Okay, I was gonna say you don't really
Yeah.
have skin in this game, so I wasn't really sure who
Nope.
was going. Okay,
Nope.
yeah. So they lead you out. We'll get to that in just a second. Bazcat, do you have anything that you would like to do?
Eating a super big breakfast, and then I was told to see Sid, so I guess I'm gonna
Mm.
wander that way.
Okay, okay. So you've got 2 people going out shopping. Perfect. Well, then I guess I'll do Bailey first since I asked him first. So, they lead you around for a little bit, and then eventually they bring you to this. Um, it's very small. It's kind of in an older building. Once you go in, you're immediately hit with that smell of like yellowed pages. You know what I mean? That smell of like an
Mm,
old books. So as
mm.
you look around, give me a perception check.
Bailey has a moment. I'm kidding. Bailey has a moment, looks around, and immediately starts putting books back where they're supposed to. No, I'm kidding. Um, everything is wrong.
Did you roll perception?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Perception. Uh, 8.
8. Okay. Um, it's a bookstore for sure.
It's a bookstore.
As you're looking around, there are not anything that's just kind of as you're kind of scanning the aisles. There's nothing that's jumping out of you. Everything seems really old. A lot of it seems um just mismatched, misplaced. There doesn't even seem to be any kind of rhyme or reason to anything in this store. Of how, you can't tell. It's not alphabetized by the author or anything like that. And you don't see anybody either. The guards just kind of stand by the door and just kind of wait. You don't see anybody
I
that seems to be working.
I am going to kind of look at the shelves, look around, and then just out loud, I'm gonna be like, is anyone able to show me where there's a book on the history of, well, anything really?
What?
But basically just a history of the world, essentially, or a history of here or any other city. Just something to read, essentially.
You hear sounds like something falling over as you kind of look from where you are.
Yeah.
It's very cluttered in here too, by the way. There's stacks of books that are kind of all over the place, long, narrow like halls. It is just packed. You hear what sounds like a stack of books kind of fall over somewhere in the back, and
Um,
then just probably 90
the
seconds
counter.
later, this old bent man kind of just comes around. I'm sorry, what
Yeah.
did you say? History books? We've got
Yeah.
history books.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Don't I look all right?
I mean, you look fine, but it sounded like you fell.
Oh, I fall all the time. It's fine.
Oh
He
dear.
kind of straightens and like cracks his back a little bit. When he straightens up, you can see he is actually kind of a tall man, but then he kind of like when he slouches back over, you peg the man as probably in his late 80s.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I have fantasy laugh alert.
He kind of looks around. There's a stack of books about this high, and you've actually, now that you realize it, the stack of books are all about the same height. As he kind of shuffles over and just lowers himself down onto one of the onto one of the book stacks. So what is it you're looking for?
And, well, essentially, I'm just looking for history books. I've got a bit of a trip planned, and aside from reading material, I'm not usually from this part of the world, so it'd be interesting to learn a bit more about your people, your town, your culture, to see the differences between, and if I've already done something wrong.
I'm sure you've done something wrong. We've all done something wrong.
Oh,
So
believe
you
me, I've
looking
definitely done something
for
wrong.
something from the region
Yes, please,
specifically?
sir.
Yeah, we got some stuff. If you go around that stack, turn to the right, go down 3 more stacks, turn to the left, 2 stacks, 1 more right. Second shelf from the top. No, from the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Third from the top.
Okay.
That'll be where you're looking for.
All right. Thank you for your help, sir.
Mhm.
I'm going to go and have a look for it.
Give me a
Remembering all
survival
the
check.
a survival check.
Yes.
Oh lord. Okay.
That's the same as navigating a dense wilderness in here.
Hang on, I've got something for this.
Are you gonna use inspiration for finding a book?
Do it.
So
Do
I
Oh, you have like Tides of Chaos or something, right?
yeah. You can gain advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos. I'm gonna roll that again.
Fuck yeah.
My most fearsome enemy.
Oh god! It got worse!
3.
Let's go.
You
I just Tides of Chaos myself into another stack.
couple minutes go by, 5, 10. It feels like an eternity. You have no idea how long you've been wandering these stacks of books. This place can't be that big, but you are just totally lost. Eventually, you just stop and start looking around at the books near you. Give me an investigation check.
Start rolling a new character. That your character dies in it.
7.
What?
You are
How'd you
in
swim?
the cooking section. There's a bunch of cookbooks. There's a bunch of meal meal prep guides. There's a bunch of different things about one is about veganism.
Oh.
And let's just keep that train rolling from Dragonbane. But yeah, I mean, mostly, Spices of Spira is one of the most interesting ones that jumps out at you.
I'm probably just gonna grab a couple of books from here,
Okay.
as if I really intended to be here.
Okay. As you make your way back, he's still kind of sitting where he was, and he's just him and the guards are just staring at each other. Not not in any kind of combative way. He's just staring at him. When you come in, you get the feeling that they're uncomfortable. As he finally just, did you find what you were looking for?
Oh God, no! It's a fucking maze in there.
You did what I told you, right? You took the turns I said.
Probably. There's a lack of signage, so I wasn't really sure. But I mean, I've got something that's
Now
interesting.
that I think
suppose.
about it, maybe it was 4 stacks down.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, I
This
see
man
you
has
got
been at this shop for 80 years.
you got something. You found something there. What you got?
I'm also just gonna kind of like lean over to the left and just pick up the top book and just add it to my stack because I'm just listening to him. I'm just like, fuck. I'm just gonna grab more books.
Be sure to wipe off the butt
Hey,
sweat.
What? If you take that one, can you just reach one off the shelf and put it back on that stack there?
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to just kind of pull a random one off and put it back on the thing.
Perfect. Will that be all for you today?
Yes, just the 4 books. I would like to get home and out of a death pit.
Oh, no one's died in here in like 3 years.
That should not. Excuse me?
No one's died in here in like 3 years.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Not my Moogles, not my carnival.
I
I like that saying. You know,
Yes,
they
I'm
used
sure
to
you've.
have Moogles in the carnival. You old enough to remember that? You can't do that
Yes,
shit
that's
anymore.
so.
Those Moogles, they
No, it's
unionized.
considered Moogle mistreatment. Yes.
Yeah. I remember, though. I remember my pappy took me a long time ago. You know, I got a book on that around here. So if you go down that stack right there,
I'm going to just kind of like reach for my coin purse and just shake it a little bit and say, how much are the books?
1 gold for the stack.
Sure, and I'm going to pull out 1 gold and hand it to him. I'm going to put it on top of the book pile next to him, just as a thing that Bailey remembers from working in like Mysidia and buying products. You'd always just put the money down first so that nothing can be seen or done nothing to the gold and magic and shit.
Sure.
And then just kind of like grab the books and turn back to the guard and say, well, I don't know about you, but I would like to not become a new victim to the books. I'm ready to go back now.
Yes, if you're ready to head back, that's fine with me.
Yes, thank you.
Give me a insight check.
Insight.
Or actually, what's your passive insight?
I'd rather take the insight check, 23. Passive insight is 16, so it would have been 22.
As you're
Because
leaving,
I rolled.
you catch out of the corner of your eye, one guard looks at the other, and there's this smirk on their face. They brought you here on purpose for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason they brought you here.
I'm going to hold on to the
Subtle.
books and heft the books. And then I'm going to, as I'm like stepping outside, I'm going to say, brilliant. Well, now that I can cook for the kids and the husband at home, I should be able to do something else. You wouldn't happen to have any training dummies, would you?
Yes. You're looking to get some sparring in?
I would like to, yes.
Right this way.
Awesome.
He'll start
As I'm kind
leading
of
you off.
walking, I'm going to like hold on to a couple of the books. I'm going to have Mage Hand kind of hold one of the books, just lighten the load a little bit. And then as I'm doing it, I'm going to balance them 1-to-1 and just kind of like unsheath the claws in my hand and just kind of make like, oh, they're a bit dull. Maybe I should sharpen them. And then kind of like pull them back and keep walking.
Okay.
Bailey exposes that he has levels in monk.
Fun fact: the name of this bookstore is just books. There's just a sign above the door that reads books. I forgot to
Valid.
mention that.
This
You know, like
this
that store
place
that
sucks.
just says like liquor, and you're like, oh, I know what they sell.
That's good advertisement, yeah.
What type of Midwestern nightmare is this place?
That cat. Let's see.
Yeah.
You had not met Sid previously, had you? Right? Okay.
No.
So you don't really know exactly who you're looking for. You were given instructions to go to the greenhouse out near the docks, which
Mhm.
seems very weird to you. On the sheet of paper, hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. On the sheet of paper, there's some words that you don't recognize. Let's see, that don't make a lot of sense to you. Anybody else remember what it was from way back when? My notes suck right now. Oh,
What was it? I was too busy typing up a joke.
Tapping up a
Oh,
joke. What are you talking about?
We're making jokes in the Twitch chat.
Okay. So I found it. There's just some words that are written there that says the forests of timber sure have changed. That's all it says.
Okay.
And he sent you off to the greenhouse. It's easy to
Cool.
find, and he gave you directions. Do I take it you're heading that way?
Yeah. He's after his very large breakfast, he's gonna probably just take his time, get over there. He knows that the conversation that's going to happen is probably going to take a little bit, so they're not in any sort of you know rush.
Okay. As you make a nice leisurely stroll across town, you do see, just on your way, you pass Bailey, who is heading back from some kind of bookstore. He's got a book floating next to him, and you just see him kind of looking at his claws. He doesn't seem to really be paying attention to you as he's kind of flipping through one of the books. So you kind of just pass on. Eventually, you come
Can
to this
I?
Yep.
Sorry. Can I just quick see if I can't take a glance and see what the titles of the books are that
Yeah.
Bailey has?
Give me a perception check.
I sure can. Because I was told to pay attention, so I'm gonna do that.
Oh, you did.
Find
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
It's true.
One of them things. Hang on, I'm trying to find.
Nat
There we
20.
go.
Cooking books. Nat 1. Cooking children books.
Oh, God.
Well, I got a 24, so
Cooking books.
The one that's floating next to him is Spices of Spira. A quick glance at
Cool.
the others do seem to be various cookbooks of some kind. One of them one of the one of them seems to be all dedicated around what you can do with Marlboro tentacles, which makes your stomach turn a little bit. But the others are just kind of generic cookbooks. Just stuff that you would actually, the third one is a
Yeah, there is
cookbook.
one that I just took
The
off of
fourth
Yeah,
one you
that's
just
what I'm
read.
curious.
That's true. Actually, I'm gonna roll, okay?
Roll the book.
I'm gonna roll. On an even number, you're gonna actually, I'll do it. I'll do it live. Let's see. Do I know how to do it live?
We'll do it live.
I'll do this
Do it
one live.
live.
On an even number, you're gonna get something benign. On a not even, on an odd number, you're gonna get something that seems incriminating. How does that sound for
Hell
everybody?
yeah.
That's
Alright.
great. I love that.
I guess I gotta do it in the. Actually, you roll because it's harder for me to get in there. So you roll there, Bailey.
Ooh, which one? Just a nat 20? Just
Yeah,
a base 20?
just a
Any will
base
do, yeah.
20. Anything will do.
Am I incriminating?
Odd,
I am
odd,
incriminating.
Odd.
Let's go.
Odd. Okay.
I'm not even mad. This is brilliant.
How
The
to overthrow government.
the
Dummies.
exactly. The other one does catch your eye really quick. And it's at the bottom of the stack that he's kind of carrying. Looks like maybe he's trying to hide it. But it does seem to be more
History of
designed
the Norvallen.
around the military history of Balam.
Mm.
Kind of designed
Ooh,
around.
that's what I picked up. Nice.
So it seems to be designed around their technological advances over the years and things like that. So
It's so funny. In the hands of a scholar, that was actually a really good find.
yeah,
Kind
Yep.
of interesting.
that was
Awesome,
great.
cool. Well, I'm moving on. Just a
Okay.
mental note.
So you make your way over to this really large greenhouse. As you make your way inside, you're immediately hit with that humid, that humid air that's always in a greenhouse because the water going all the time. There's just, there's plants everywhere, and then there's just like this man in his probably late 50s. This Hume is just kind of sitting in a rocking chair reading, looks up and just kind of glances at you, just nods and just goes back to reading. There's a couple other people walking around.
Bazcat, with no basic decorum, is just gonna go, "Hello, I'm looking for a Sid. Is there a Sid in here anywhere? I've been sent over to look for a Sid. A Sid."
Ma'am, there's no Sid here. I'm sorry to tell you. The man in the rocking chair just keeps rocking, goes back to his book.
Interesting, because I was sent here by Squall to find a Sid.
I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. He's not here. I don't know why he would send you here.
Do you happen to know where a Sid might be?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with any Sid.
I'm telling.
Right. Well, thanks anyway. And they're just gonna walk away.
Fair enough.
Squall is going to be so annoyed.
That's
Bazcat,
great.
I mean,
the himbo we
it does,
needed.
yeah.
That's great. Oh
Squall
my god.
is going. I can already imagine the face Squall is going to make.
Yeah, you're gonna hear an audible as he just puts
Yeah.
two right there.
Okay. As as all this is happening, that was wonderful. I imagine Bad's cat is gonna like at some point later in the day be like, "Wait a minute, I think I
Yeah.
figured this out."
Oh man.
There is just a subtle knock on your door, Izzy.
Izzy will open the door.
Once you open the door, there is Lady Ellison standing there. She looks like she is dressed, definitely one of the guards, but maybe one of the higher ranking ones, maybe like a general or something. Izzy, I've been sent to fetch you once the children arrived. Are you ready to meet with them?
Yes. Right now is the perfect time, actually. And he'll just grab his things and head out.
They're in President Squall's office. He's given you the space.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you.
Do you need me to escort you there?
You don't need to escort me, but please keep an eye out by the door. With everything going on, the last thing I need is for our enemies to get more bold.
Very well, sir. She's just gonna step back and let you pass.
Hmm. Yep, he's gonna go into the office.
As you go into the office, Squall is not there, but you see the two children, and Nellie kind of sees you, and her eyes light up. Izzy! And she just jumps up and she runs over to you and just throws her arms around your legs and just hugs you.
Cute. I think Izzy almost uncharacteristically smiles and just gently pats her head in the and the I'm not into having people touch me, so this is our compromise type of way.
Okay.
I don't think. Hold on, it's Luca and her
Luca
name's
and
Ellie.
Nelly.
Nelly or Ellie?
Nelly.
Okay, cool.
Did I say the
Okay,
wrong
so
name?
Nelly, yeah, Nelly wouldn't notice this, but I think Luca would. Izzy looks tired, and it is very clear as Luca, someone who is like basically a spy that he is putting on a front an adult should be putting on. And I think the thing about it is Luca and Izzy have not talked much, but I think it's very clear that Izzy does not treat Luca as a child. He treats him as a capable being.
Sure.
So I think that would be off-putting.
Which is
What
great
they
because
would
Luca's
also
like a
notice,
tween, so he thinks he's like
yeah.
36.
Oh yeah, Izzy also thinks he's smarter than he actually is, so he relates. But what Luca will also notice is that aside from the two streaks on the side of his, there are like white streaks all over his black hair, and he's wearing what looks like almost collared cloak and robes. He's wearing gloves over his arms, and he would also notice the new staff, which actually looks a bit like this. If you guys want to check the chat,
Hell yeah.
Ooh, secret chat messages.
Give me that shit.
you can put it on
Ooh.
screen if you want.
I don't do that while we
Yep.
play because you all are distracting.
Nice.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
I'll
But
find
yeah,
it.
he
We'll
walks
get it up
in.
there eventually.
No problem. He walks in and he sits in the chair. He's like, can the two of you sit, please?
Nelly just very happily kind of pops over to this little couch that Squall has and kind of hops up on there. Luca was already kind of leaning back against the desk, so he doesn't really move. You can see, though, that there's a look of apprehension on his face. He seems a little. He kind of crosses his arms, and you can see that he's a little guarded now. As Nellie just hops on the couch and her feet are just swinging back and forth. What are you doing here, Uncle Izzy? Where is everyone else? Where's Mr. Bunnyman? I want to see him. Why isn't he here? And the others? Where's the jug? What's a? It's not. What's
And
his
all the
name? The
rest.
bird. What's the bird's name? Luca just
Duchess.
goes, Duchess. Yeah, Duchess. Is she with you?
No.
Oh,
I have a bit of news, more of an update on some, and something more serious on another. You see, he opens his mouth to almost tell Luca to sit down, but I think as they meet each other, they both know there's no point. Luca's going to do what he wants, and
as
he just
before you
nods a
start
bit.
talking, Luca, after that moment passes, Luca pushes off the desk and walks over towards Nellie. He just kind of sits down and takes her hand and then just looks at you.
And he says, so Duchess is currently on the ship with Ava and Blake. That's her name. And Blake.
Are they here too?
Unfortunately,
Is that how you got here? Is the ship? I love this ship.
oh no, I teleported.
Oh,
Yeah, I just
okay.
used magic. It's not that exciting. You see, he nods a bit and he says, Blake is in a bit of a pickle currently. She's a bit predisposed. It seems that while trying to contact her deity, she seemingly fell into some sort of a deep sleep. But we're taking her to her people so that they can potentially fix it.
She's asleep and she can't wake up? That
She's
Sleeping
asleep.
Beauty! That story! Luca, you were telling me that story! You need to find a prince to kiss her.
Um, it's kind of like that. It's more so as if her people will attempt to wake her up. At least
But
I'm assuming they can. They work very well with magic, esoteric
are they all
magic like
gonna
that.
kiss her? Ew.
I would hope not. It would seem that the people who raised her should only have a platonic relationship with her. But you
I'm kind of
see,
confused about how the
he,
story goes.
he- it's fine. and you see he nods before. You see he opens up his bag and he pulls out Nozak's gauntlet. And you see he sets it beside Nelly before saying, Grunthor is currently also predisposed. It seems he's on a journey of some kind. We're trying to look for him, but for now, we're able to keep tabs. And
Luca kind of meets
the
your
thing about it
eyes.
is, yeah, the update is for Luca, so he knows what's going on.
Luca would have by now figured it out. I feel like Nozak at some point would have told him that. Likely Nozak would have outlived him. So I feel like at this stage it's kind of like preparing him for things. So Luca would have figured it out, but I don't think he would react very well, just from history of looking after him
And just
and growing up.
before you can say anything, Luca's eyes catch yours. And then he looks down at Nelly. Nelly, can you you know, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Something in our room. Can you run back and get it for me? And then she's like, I don't want to go. We'll still be here when you get back. I just need to have a conversation with Uncle Izzy. Okay? Just really quick, really quick. She like looks really disappointed. I mean, can't you go get it? You're the one that left it. I want to play with Uncle Izzy.
That's when Izzy says, Nelly, maybe it'll be more fun if Anubis goes with you. And he'll blow into his mouth, into his fingers, and
Sorry.
Anubis will fly through the window and just perch on the door knob.
So what is Anubis right now?
Oh, he's just a crow again.
Okay.
I know it's been a while, but he's been
Yeah,
here.
I mean you've been a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Fine, I'll go, but you better be here when I get back. I wanna play with Uncle Izzy. And then Luca just kind of rolls his eyes. I promise, we'll be here. She kind
Yeah,
of jumps down and reaches up and starts like waving at the bird.
he's going to mage hand the door open, and literally as soon as she crosses the doorway, he closes it.
At that, Luca kind of just meets your gaze. All right, let's talk. I think I know what you're here to say, and no offense, I don't think she needs to hear it from you. You're not the best at this.
You see, he just nods. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not." Uh, you see, he kind of sighs before grabbing the bridge of his nose,
How did it happen?
and he sacrificed himself to save someone. I'm assuming
You weren't there?
he was fighting. He was fighting Marrow, who had turned into a beast.
So wait, why was he
Kind of
alone?
a side effect. Kind of as a side effect of the snake pox.
Why
Essentially,
was
he
he
ended up getting.
alone?
Okay. I think at that, Izzy will just go from the beginning and explain everything. And put all the pieces together, talk about what your boy Ava, that's his name, told him.
We haven't even come off a hiatus. We played the last 3 weeks. Oh, maybe just one. Luca gets
He just
very
tells him
quiet.
everything.
Luca gets very quiet, and he kind of just looks down, and he's just kind of like wringing his hands together. This is gonna kill her. This is gonna crush her. This is the second dad she's lost in a year. She was just starting to get back to. God, that motherfucker. I knew he was gonna do something. I fucking knew he was gonna do something like this. I don't know what I'm gonna tell her.
I think Izzy puts a hand on Luca's shoulder, and I think he looks at him. He says, Luca, I know the two of us aren't particularly the closest, and maybe you feel some sort of a closer kinship to me since I saved you when we got ambushed that one time. And I appreciate you being understanding of the situation. But I all of my life I was told I needed to hide how I feel for other people's benefit. How do you feel about this situation?
Pissed. Pi- I mean, what am I supposed to feel? Huh? What am I supposed to feel? Okay, I knew this was gonna fucking happen. I knew this was. I told him this was going to fucking happen, but he doesn't listen to me because I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. Just I had do whatever he wants. Fuck. Mm. He's been the only family I've ever known until Nellie. Really, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Mm,
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ugh. I don't know if I can tell her.
Um, Izzy's going to put a hand on his head and he's going to say, you know, um, I'm not sure if this will help you feel any better because I'm going to be honest, in comparison, you're a lot cooler than I am, Luca. Um,
True.
but you remind me a lot of myself when I was younger. Um, I always tried to find answers to things that just happened. And what I realized growing up, especially now after everything that's happened, is that sometimes the best thing you can do is just feel how you feel and think about work later. It's okay if you need to take a bit. It's okay if you just need to take a day or two. Um, and you don't have. You see, he stops. He says, "It would be more beneficial coming from you, but you don't have to."
I do. I'm all she has left.
And when he says that, I think he chuckles a bit. He says, and he says, "Well, I wouldn't say that. I care a great deal about the two of you, and so does Ava. Squall cares about your safety.
It's a
Don't
little
discount.
different.
Don't dis.
I know. I know. You know, Nozak could be a real bastard. I mean, a real bastard sometimes, but he was always good to us. And he didn't hesitate to take her in, Nellie, after what happened with her dad, but I know there's people around us, but it's just not the same. For the first time in a while, as you're looking at him, you realize Luca's still just a kid. I mean,
Mm,
the way that he acts, I mean, he acts much older than he is, but he's really just like 14
yeah,
as you're kind of looking at him. And for the first time in a while, that's kind of coming through is that vulnerability of a kid that just found out his dad died. And the only dad he's ever
I
known.
I think when that happens, Izzy flashes to a moment in his life, and I think he sees himself at a banquet that his parents held, and I think in that moment, I think he was around Lucas' age when he realized that his parents only cared about what he could give them rather than himself. And I think he realizes that he was around that age when he also lost his family. Because that's when he realized they didn't actually care about him. And I think in this moment, he doesn't say that because he knows that comparison doesn't typically help in situations of grief.
You know,
But
I remember when my still living father disappointed me once. It's very similar to your situation.
yeah. Also, again, Izzy's in an era of realizing his privilege, despite what he's gone through, and I think he puts a hand on Luca's shoulder and says, "Just take as much time as you need, okay? You're still a kid after all, even if you think you're an adult."
I will take, and as he's saying that, the door flies open and Nellie runs in. She goes, "Wait a minute! I got halfway home and then realized you never told me what I was going back for." And then he right as Luca's kind of wiping away a tear, she goes, "Did I miss something? Uncle Izzy, did you make Luca cry?"
I
What are you gonna say?
Oh yeah, Izzy's about to open his mouth, but I think Luca immediately stops him because he knows Izzy is going to say something socially inept.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear what Izzy was about to say.
He was going to say, "Well, technically."
I think Izzy would probably get that out before Luca goes, "No, I'm not crying. I don't cry. I'm 14.
I'm
I
not
don't
crying,
cry.
fucking
I don't cry.
loser.
I just had something in my eye. The thing, you know what, Nellie, don't worry about it. We'll get it later. Why don't you come hang out with Uncle Izzy for just a little bit, and he's gonna have to be going. But then you and I need to. Actually, you know what? You know that little spot down by on the shore that you really like to go to?" And she's like, "I love that spot. I'm gonna go make us some food. We're gonna have a little picnic tonight, just the two of us. Does that sound okay?" And Nellie's just beaming. She's like, "That sounds great. That sounds awesome." And then she kind of
Don't
runs
ruin
over.
that spot for her forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about that. He's only 14.
He's
Again,
definitely not
just
thinking that far
a
ahead.
kid.
Yeah. Izzy, looks at Luca and he says, Nozak, goddammit. Ava told me I could read this to the two of you, but you do with this as you will. And he's gonna hand the note Ava gave him for them.
Okay. While Nellie's distracted, Luca will open the note and read it to himself. What does it say, Ava?
It says,
"You're fucking dead."
Izzy's a spy. Kill him.
"Oh God!"
That's
On the top line, as the title, it'll say "An Ode to Mr. Bunnyman," and it begins saying, "An ode to Mr. Bunnyman, of which him I was a fan. A man from the moon, who usually slept until noon, but on this fateful night, he stayed up to make sure all was right for the refugees' flight. His last heard words were 'Long live the Queen,' and before he knew, everything turned serene. Legends never truly die. We didn't get to thank him, but at least now we can say our goodbyes."
Aw.
At this, Izzy, you do notice that Luca starts to cry again as he kind of folds it and gets up and just, "I need to run out for just a second. Can you watch her?" And before
Yeah,
you
sure.
respond, he's out the door. I'm going to give inspiration to Izzy and Ava for that.
Let's
Great,
go.
Oh,
great
yeah, the
job.
inspiration. Thank you.
Well, then you need to use
It's
that
really
shit
nice
because you
that
just lost it.
it's really nice that I got this emotional inspiration after my horny inspiration.
I hand them out for everything here on Kupo Quest. With that, let's jump over to the other half of the continent, where Ava is back with Blake, who is still catatonic.
Yeah.
You've been there all night by yourself. So is there anything you would have been up to?
Ooh. Oh, Garuda, I have some questions for you.
Are you doing this in the morning? Like the next morning?
I probably realistically would have gotten bored after a few hours, so I might have done it after a few hours.
She was just going to be pissy if you woke her up.
Oh, yeah, no.
Does he canonically sleep?
I guess they get bored too. They probably shut off.
I mean, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
She might just pretend to sleep so she doesn't have to talk to Leviathan anymore.
Yeah.
What do you want now?
All right, so you remember when we met Jelthreka in the forest like 6 hours? Actually, that was like a day ago. Really recently?
Do I remember something that happened yesterday? Yes, I remember.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That was okay. Anyways, the formalities. How many green dragons are there? Are there like a shit ton, or is he like one of the only ones?
Well, there's
How many dragons are there in general?
Left on this continent or everywhere?
Oh fuck. Let's go with this continent for now. That sounds easier to count.
Less than 10.
Holy shit! Really?
Yes, most of them fled a while back. You can find a lot more in the Beastlands, as you folk call it. But there's a few left here. There's a small clutch up in the northern wastes, where that bitch Shiva tried to make her territory. As far as the mainland here, I believe 3. Don't ask me their names. They're not green. I don't care. I do know that one lives in Mount Gulag.
That's not where we're at right now, right? No. That's near Ravenaster. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, you said one lives in the mountain?
Of course.
Near Gulag?
Dragon Mountain. Doesn't it make sense?
What about this mountain? Because we're in a mountain right now.
Not that I know of. Dragons do like to move, though, so...
Oh. Okay. That's good.
The mountain real estate market is crazy these days.
There is one that lives under the ground. I believe the dwarves keep it fed.
Oh, shit. That's...
Probably don't have to worry about that one.
Don't they need, like, sunlight? Aren't they, like, connected to the crystals and shit? Don't they need to be, like, part of the elements?
There's an earth
the ground is
crystal.
an element. Yeah, that's a good point.
You're like batting 1,000 today, Ava.
I'm a genius. What can I say?
I just made baseball cannon. Why the interest in dragons?
That was the first time I've ever fucking seen a dragon. It was a little terrifying, if I'm being honest.
Yes, I suppose it would be for someone of your stature.
Mortal status?
That, too.
Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting how delicate you beings are.
Yeah.
He didn't eat you, though. What are you bitching about?
That's true. That's true. He was very courteous, I think. No, yeah, that was pretty nice of him to not eat us. Yeah, no, that was very nice.
Most can be. They're very temperamental creatures, though, and they each have their own personalities, so...
Of course. Don't expect them all to be the same.
The ones that do tend to favor the wind crystal are the best, of course.
Naturally.
Yes, the water ones are fine. You heard just a faint whisper. You couldn't even make it out, but it did sound like Leviathan whispered something in the background, but she kind of drowns him out. I wouldn't expect to run into them every day.
No, right. That was a very rare occurrence.
Unless, of course, you had reason to go to Mount Gulag at some point, then you'd definitely run into one.
Right, yeah, we'll never need to go there, right, Garuda?
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we got
That's
to
where
with your
my
sister.
brother put his
Our
stupid
brother, yep.
crystal. Yes.
Mhm.
Well, good luck with that. Hopefully I don't cease
Thanks.
to exist if you die.
Yeah, you probably will, but we'll find out if we get there.
Maybe
Find
let's
out if we
not.
get there.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I don't plan on it. I still have
Send the
another few
others.
hundred
You
years
can
to
stay
live.
on the ship, right?
Send into the mountain? I mean, technically speaking, I probably could.
I
No, I
refuse
can't.
to perish in the mind of a simpleton like yourself.
I'm not that simple. There's a lot more people that are simple than me.
Why can't I be stuck in their heads?
That would be too boring.
Well, you lot are rather entertaining, that's true.
See? There was some benefit to this deal.
I mean,
You get
not
to watch
right
the world
now,
end and
for
the show.
God's sakes. Everybody else left and we're sitting here doing jack
Ah,
shit.
Fuck, man. This is so fucking boring.
Why did you volunteer for this again?
I don't remember.
And did I hear correctly? You sent the one with the ears to tell the children of the bunny person that their father died?
Yeah, that I'm glad even you realize that I should be the one doing that. But it is what it is.
Well, pretty much anybody else. That kid's got the charisma of a rusty nail.
That's true. And a lot of people, well, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. He's definitely an acquired taste.
You know you're the reason he's alive, right?
Technically, well.
And the reason I'm
he
stuck
kind
in
of
here.
Yeah, that happened too. Really, this was like a three-way exchange. We traded. I gave up my sanity for Izzy's life. Izzy gave up his life to come back, and then you gave up your life to bring back Izzy's life. So really, this is like a giant pyramid scheme.
Okay, MLM.
Yeah.
I only
was gonna
signed
call it a
on to
throuple,
watch how
but-
bad you guys would fuck this up, but so far, actually, no, it's been going to shit lately. It's been rather entertaining.
Oh yeah, the last few weeks and months has been a little rough.
Speaking of, what's wrong with that one?
Mood Lake?
Is that their? I don't know their names.
Oh, the one with the god that is lesser than you. That one.
God.
Right,
Yes,
yeah,
whatever
the
you
deity,
feel like
whatever.
calling
Yeah,
it.
right. Yeah, right. That's just what my mortal brain was taught.
I hadn't laughed in quite a while.
See, I told
that.
you I was funny. Anytime, Garuda. Yeah, I don't know. There's some weird shit going on with this. She tried talking to this weird fucker, and then there's some bullshit. Oh, the other icon. Oh yeah. Necro. No, someone said the name, and you got pissed off, and you said we don't talk about that name. That's the problem.
Bruno. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, famously, Garuda is an Encanto fan. Yeah.
Encanto now also canon.
That was such a dad joke, but I couldn't let it pass.
Oh my god!
I relate the most to Mirabelle.
Oh no! Are you kidding?
God.
Garuda's totally an Isabella.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
What about
fuck, that
him?
caught me so off guard.
The weird dude that Blake gets her powers from thinks that it might have. Oh, that he's interfering with all our bullshit and making shit hard, and he's fucking with the communication that Blake's having. He might be involved with Queen Sarah's dad and the bullshit that he made.
There are other forces outside of the icons, Necron being one of them. I guess you could say he's also our brother. if estranged.
Oh,
I
he
would
was he
say.
adopted? Is that why?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Things live in balance. That's how it's been since this rock was formed. Everything started going to shit when Bahamut showed up. Came in out of nowhere, wreaking havoc. You saw what he did to them, or you didn't see, but you've heard of the things that he did to our mortal bodies, forcing us to rely on the crystals even to maintain the slightest connection to the material plane. Ever since then, the elemental icons have been slightly weaker than they once were. And Necron slightly more powerful. Because everything is supposed to be in balance, a perfect equilibrium. That hasn't been happening for 2,000 years at least. But now, with the crystals starting to dissipate, with their powers blinking out, with you taking the power of the crystals, that balance is tilting ever more the wrong direction. Now, I heard what that stranger said. Necron is just a force of nature, just the way he is, which is bullshit. It's all bullshit. He's as much a thinking being as myself or Leviathan here. He knows what he's doing. And honestly, I don't know who's the bigger threat to you all at this point. Him or the Empire? My guess is the Empire will crush you all beneath their boot, and as they're reveling in their victory, Necron will swoop in. A random Act 3 nobody saw coming. And that's my subtle dig at Final Fantasy IX. Fucking out
you
of
listen to
nowhere,
this?
and I hate it.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Who can say? I will say, if he has the power to be making warlocks, he's stronger than we thought.
Oh. Hmm. Let's
Who
say,
knows, though? Maybe
hypothetically,
Bahamut will come back and finish the job. Just take everything else out and Necron with him.
would
Although
that be better or worse?
I think either way, I get to watch the world burn.
Yeah, that's
So it
fair.
all works out for me.
That's true.
One has to wonder, though, what would happen if all of the forces that bind this plane together ceased to be? Be very interesting to find out, wouldn't you say?
That's a lot of gods. That's like six. That's six of you fuckers in my head. I don't think you all could cohabit in peace.
It's likely to drive you mad.
Mm-hmm.
That would be delightful.
What what does Bahamut? You all have your elements, and Necron is death. So what the fuck is Bahamut? He's the platinum dragon, but what the fuck is platinum besides money and a metal? What's his shit?
Muhammad is not of this world. I honestly can't tell you where he came from.
Oh oh.
He is not one of us. I also can't tell you where he is. Part of me
So you
does
can't?
think he will return one day to try to finish the job, but I don't know.
Hmm.
He came from the skies one day. And it's all been going downhill since.
Oh, fucking cheers to that, sister.
Huh. Oh, all right. Well, thanks for the sense of impending doom. I appreciate it.
If you didn't have a sense of impending doom before now, then you are slow.
Yeah, no, that's kind of fair.
Your group is splintering, falling apart. Either comatose or ensorcelled. What's your plan? Because again, I don't plan to die in your head.
I think you'll be disappointed to know that I don't have a plan. I don't know what I'm doing for once, unfortunately.
Don't sweat it, Ava. You couldn't possibly disappoint me any more than you already have.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
There's nothing like disappointing a
Oh.
parental figure.
Sick burn.
fuck!
There's no response to what you just said.
Dragons, mountains, impending doom. This airship's getting hot. I need some air. I'm gonna go outside. Oh fuck, there's no air. However, I'm still gonna go outside. Damn it.
Yep, that stiff breeze. Out there.
It's real crisp.
Ava. Give me a D100.
Hate that.
Oh boy.
You're just teleporting. It's fine. You'll get it.
Oh Jesus, no. Nice.
19.
Ooh, low.
This might be good or bad.
Nothing happens.
Oh, that's good.
Nothing happens. Because if I make something happen, you'll know what would have happened otherwise. This way I
Okay.
get to keep my secrets. So, with that, we'll jump forward in time a little bit and head back over to Balam, where at this point, I'll say it's probably later in the day as the three of you would find yourselves bumping into each other in the presidential palace. Each coming from your respective outings and errands. So what do you all want to do?
Oh, Izzy says, all right, we need to head back.
I am holding the books. I have the mage hand with the pages open, so I'm like holding the books while walking and reading.
That's pretty efficient.
Alright, you ain't gonna believe this. The squaw sent me outside to find this guy named Sid, and he wasn't there. What was that about? This is an old
Did
man who said Sid wasn't there.
Wait, you mean at the greenhouse?
Yeah.
I think Izzy looks, he's like, did Squall give you something to say once you got there?
No.
He didn't give you anything. He just sent you there without anything.
Told me to look for Sid.
Oh, that's out of character.
I love them so much.
Yep. Guess I'll find out eventually, right? That's what magic's for.
Time to hit the old dusty trail. Izzy just sends a message to Luca that basically says, have a good night, have a good night, take all the time you need. You two may be moving soon.
Oh.
Take all the time you need. Pulling you out of school. Moving. I know it's your senior year, kid, but
I'm
we're
your
moving to
friend.
Arizona. And this starts Inside Out. So, wow, I've made a lot of Disney references tonight.
Yeah.
There's a minute
Yeah, Disney references to Encanto, to Inside Out, Dead Parents. It's fucking camp.
Yeah, yeah. I did a what else did I do? Sleeping Beauty. I did that one.
Cinderella. Yeah,
Sleeping Beauty, yeah.
Wow, it's almost like I have an obsession. After a second, you hear, okay, wait, moving where? What are you talking about?
He just sends a message that just says, Blake's home may be incredibly safe. And knowing the path we're on, Balam may be at war again soon.
Okay, sure. Just keep me posted, I guess.
And adds note to keep Luca in the text chain.
Gives him one of the pages with the
Luca's
notepad that
totally
everyone has.
the person that just leaves you unread all the time. Like you'll send a
100%.
send a
just like
text
his
with a
dad.
question, and they'll read it and just not respond.
Just
You
like
know
his
who's also
daddy.
really bad for that? My brother. And if he's watching, yeah, you're the worst for that.
Attacking him for
I can't.
texting, attacking him for Final Fantasy 9. Damn!
Yeah, he doesn't watch this. I can't ask him two-part questions because if I ask him two-part questions, he'll only answer the second one. He always ignores the first question. I can be like,
My
"What's your
brother's like
favorite color?" and like, "What do you want to do for dinner?" And he'll just answer what he wants to do for dinner. Like he just he
Spaghetti.
can't
Fine.
process those two things.
In this essay, I will.
and
Thanks for
also,
coming to my TED Talk.
if you do watch this, soloist, leave a comment on the YouTube so that I know that you saw this and boost that engagement.
Ooh.
All right, so what are we
Spoken
doing?
like a
can't
true
respond to a
influencer.
text. At least
Yeah.
support my art, brother.
Izzy is going to use his little trinket he got from the ship, and as he's casting the teleport, he's going to send one last message to Squall, basically saying, "We are leaving. Thank you for the advice. Can't wait to see you again. Please keep an eye on the kids. They are going through a lot."
They are sad.
Oh, never mind. He'll say they are sad. That sounds more in character.
Love you. Oops, did not mean to send that.
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. You just focus on what you need to do.
And he's going to teleport back to the ship, specifically into his room.
Okay.
You're taking us with you, right?
Oh no, he really wants Bazrat to talk to Sid, so he's just gonna take Bailey.
I will.
No,
What?
I am gonna give Bazcat inspiration for that though, because that was hilarious and
funny.
totally in character. So yes, inspiration for Bazcat.
Oh my god,
all
we're
right,
raining in inspiration.
Everybody but Bailey, you got to step it up.
I tripped over some books and learned how to cook. I'm good. Let me tell
Fair.
you the
That's pretty good at the
intricacies
bottom.
of paprika on chicken. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, it's perfect. I can cook, so it's fine.
Sorry, let me go ahead and mark that spell slot.
Don't forget the sending spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the teleportation goes fine since Ava's not with you, as most of you are okay with teleportation as you feel that tug behind your navel, and then just instantly you find yourself halfway back across the continent into the room of Izzy. And as soon as you land, you lose your balance a little bit because you go from a flat plane to one that's slightly tilted. So like you stumble for just a second and catch yourself when you land in Izzy's room. What's your passive perception, Ava?
Jesus. 18.
You it's been very quiet. The only thing that you've really had once Garuda stopped talking in your head was just the occasional like sad whine of Duchess as she just methodically stays by Blake's side. But you do hear a very distinct and it sounds like 3 people just being dumped into a room a little ways away.
It's probably my friends, hopefully. Alright, yeah, fuck it. I'll go back inside and go open the
Ava?
Izzy door, I guess.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hi. I was Bodan.
Izzy's going. It was fine. As Izzy saying that, he's going to greet Ava with a hug.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah. You notice that in the same way, you notice that this has become a greeting with him, with you specifically. A greeting slash thing. Ever since Nozak's passing, he's been greeting you and goodbying you with a hug.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel a little bad because Izzy went from having like no friends to 4 friends, and now it's just Ava. I mean, he's still got people with him now, but they're really new, right? So
Hey,
Izzy's
hey,
whole
Wolf.
world's been on a roller coaster. Yeah.
Hey, Wolf.
Uh,
Above table. Solo just raided you with a party of 2 people.
Thank you, Soloist. See, that means he wasn't watching before, though.
Oh,
that is
true.
hilarious.
Thanks for the raid, Soloist. We
Yeah.
were only saying good things about you very recently. And I have done nothing but sing Final Fantasy IX's praises since this thing started. Love you. Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah. Izzy just says, Ava, we need to start moving as quickly as possible. We need to take care of this Blake issue, and while we're doing that, I need to give you an update. I think I may have a plan that'll work for everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it. What time is it? Is it late in the night or is it early in the morning?
This
As
would
I look
be
What's your
around.
point?
with all this. No,
Mid-afternoon.
yeah, probably afternoon because with all you woke up and did all the stuff, so it's probably early to mid afternoon.
All right, yeah, fuck it. I'll get this ship moving.
I don't go yet.
Oh, all right, wait,
Give
we're
it
not moving.
like an hour. Just rest or whatever you all do.
Oh, we should leave in an hour
Why?
because Garuda recommends it.
Well, she is the leading expert on flight.
That's
Yes,
a really good
the
point.
winds are choppy right now.
Does she? Yeah,
The
she
winds are
thinks we
not
should wait.
All right, we can wait an hour while this happens. That would be the perfect time for a short rest, so we will become immune to exhaustion if we choose to fly through the night because we just woke up.
Bailey is slightly upset. You will find that there is one book that is now missing from his pile, and the Spices of Spirit is now sitting on the floor of the Barlam because Mage Hand doesn't go with teleport.
Oh
no!
I was halfway through a sentence and Bailey's book just vanished. I'm like, oh,
Oh my
I
god.
was reading that.
He'll
Not
see the
this-
book. Izzy will see the books in your hand. He'll look down. He's like,
I
"Ooh,
like this better.
ooh, that's." Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, that's a good issue of that book."
Oh,
Poor Spices of Spira. Okay.
I mean,
About 45 minutes goes by, and then you
Rude's
hear a
gonna take it.
voice in your head again. I think you should get some stale air. Just get off the fucking ship.
Fuck, okay, Jesus, okay, I'll be right back, Izzy. Oh god. Garuda wants me to fucking go outside or something. I don't know.
That's nice. It's very wonderful that she seems to care about your air intake.
Yeah, yeah. The goddess of wind should do that.
So, as you know, I am, let's say, currently limited in my abilities since I'm tethered to your mortal flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I do still maintain a little bit of my influence over certain things. Specifically, my
boy.
connection with certain beings on a primal level, let's say. And your line of questioning, well, it piqued my interest, and I thought we could use something to spice up our little journey.
Oh no.
Are you interested in
Jesus
a little...
Christ.
What was that?
No, go ahead.
I have used what will I can to attract certain things to your immediate area. Just because I thought it'd be interesting. I assumed you'd want to study them. At this point, you start to hear something low, like growl, coming from somewhere. You guys are kind of parked right in the mountains, right? Somewhere off around to the other side of the ship that you can't see. Just this kind of low growl. Now, I can't really control anything, but I can attract certain types of creatures to our presence. And I thought, since you were so curious about, the dragons, of course, maybe there'd be one that you could, I don't know, study. I think it's here.
Does this one have a name?
Fuck if I know.
That's good. Okay.
Oh my god. Ava, I think she's flirting with
Okay,
you.
hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one shot was called The Dragon. I was expecting a dragon noise. And instead, we got
Instead, you
whatever
got
that
a-
was.
You got an ominous pipe organ.
Instead, it sounds like someone just gave me bad news in the Bold and the Beautiful.
I'd never hit the dragon one before. I just assumed I would get a dragon noise. I guess that's what I get for assuming. Fuck if I know. Like I said, I have no influence in the material plane. All I can do is attract. Just with our presence. It's actually more through you. I just amplified my power a bit through you. And sometimes things tethered to our particular energy of the crystal answers the call.
Uh-huh.
Again, don't get eaten.
Well, I was just about to say I'm not going to thank you yet because I don't know if I'm going to be killed or hurt, but here goes nothing.
You get the feeling that she is... This seems like her version of a prank almost, even though it could be incredibly deadly. But actually, it is significant to you because this is the first time she's really done something like this
Yeah,
for you.
100%. Except for like showing me where telling me about the Chocobo Forest, but
Even then, you had to really persuade her to do that, if you remember.
that's fair.
So
That's
that was
fair,
not.
actually.
That
Yeah.
was not. This is the first time she's done something that seems, even though
Her
it's
own free
over
will.
the top, yeah, and a little playful, and of her own free will, yeah.
Bitch.
So what do you do?
Well, creatures like food, so I'll pull out some of those Chocobo good berries. And
Okay.
That's what sentient creatures like, pet food.
yeah. And I'll go track the growls.
You're not
Okay.
gonna
Hopefully
tell any of us. You're just gonna
Oh
go.
no.
Oh,
Welcome to
no.
Kupo Quest. Get used to this.
This is what we do. We make bad decisions.
No.
We make bad decisions and we roll
Downstairs,
them.
it cuts downstairs, and Izzy is just like, yeah, Lucas said I wasn't doing the dance right, and I think I got it down.
He taught you how to do the floss or something. Are kids still flossing? Is that what they do these days? I don't know.
Yeah,
I get my
mean,
pop
they
culture
do
from
that on
Bluey.
Are
Blu-rays,
they?
so,
Oh, they do it on Bluey.
yeah.
So I know. As you start making your way around to the other side of the ship, there is a moment where you think, "Oh crap, should I be doing this alone?" But at that point, you're too far gone. As you turn around, you brace yourself, expecting to see this giant beast that you saw back in the forest, a towering winged creature that kind of just looks down on you with this regal majesty. Instead, you see what is most easily described as a very large lizard that is, and when
Oh,
I say
cute.
large, it's big enough that you could probably ride this thing. It is really, really big.
Oh, let's
Close
go!
closer to the
Cute.
version of a drake. If this is a dragon, it is a very young dragon, or it could be something that's
Cute.
related to a dragon. The second your eyes touch it, you hear in your head, "Well, fuck, that's not what I was expecting. That's a little disappointing. Almost not worth waiting for."
The murder dragon.
So this thing kind of just notices you, and it kind of growls and just
Oh,
snaps a little bit.
oh, we're cool. We're cool. Yeah. See, we're fine. We're fine. Hello, little friend.
You do notice that it does have like this kind of its scales are green, which is reminiscent of the green dragon that you saw. But yeah, it doesn't have wings, but it is rather large. Its face is very draconic, though. Like it has the features of a dragon, not necessarily of a lizard, but just with no wings. It's kind of just walking on four legs. It gets really low, and it kind of bares its teeth as it starts to just kind of creep
Cute.
towards you.
Ah, bad kitty. Don't do this. I'm going to oh god, I've never had a dragon stalk me before. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
I want to make
Does
such an
it
Aussie joke right now.
Get eaten.
does it have is it kind of behaving in the same way that Dreltheka was, in which it is observing, or does it kind of seem like animalistic, where it's kind of like calculating
Give me an
and
insight check.
moving? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Ooh.
21. Jesus,
13?
13! Wow, that is a high modifier.
My God.
There is a level of intelligence to this creature, though you don't get the sense it's the same level of intelligence as the dragon that you saw. Its posture and the way that it is approaching you, because it's still slowly approaching, although it seems to be cautious, almost defensive. And you can see in its eyes, there is a base level of intelligence, probably not enough to where it could communicate in any real way like a dragon would be able to, like verbally.
Mhm.
But you swear you catch a glimpse of curiosity in its eyes.
Okay. And this is a green one.
Yes.
Okay. I will make my gloves invisible so my palm is revealed, and I'll kind of hold out my palm. But I will hold out the palm that has the Garuda symbol on it.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
17.
Silvery barbs. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god.
The thing, as you put its hand at it, it kind of immediately backs up a little bit, but then it stops for a second, and you can see its eyes kind of scanning your hand, and then its eyes lock on that symbol on your palm. It kind of just tilts its head. It almost looks confused for a second, and then it kind of leans closer and does like it sticks its tongue out, and it kind of laps against your palm where that symbol is. And then it just kind of, you see its posture relaxes even as it takes a step closer to you and then just kind of sits down.
Oh.
Well, fuck, that was
Yeah.
unexpected. I really thought it would take your hand off. But
My
then
Sam
again,
natural.
I am worthy of worship, and
Mhm.
even beasts of this caliber can sometimes understand the greatness of my... Fuck, I'm done. I thought you were going to get your hand bitten off. I'm going
Oh my
back
god,
to...
Garuda, stop flirting with him.
Oh,
Does the Garuda want to cease to exist? I'm getting very mixed feelings.
yeah, this is.
She
I
wanted
mean,
him...
you would get mixed feelings if you were
Hardcore.
stuck in a void.
Yeah, that's.
She just
fair.
wants to have a little
Pretty empty up
fun. She
there.
didn't want him to die. But if he lost a
Mhm.
hand, that doesn't hurt her.
Just spice things up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just makes things a little interesting.
Mhm.
As the thing just kind of sits down in front of you now. It's looking over you like it's studying you. Like it doesn't quite understand what it's seeing.
Wave to it and say hello. I'm Ava. You're probably not going to introduce yourself, but I can hope.
It kind of sits back. It kind of watches what you were doing. It sits back on its back two haunches and it takes one of its little claws up and just mimics that motion.
No. Oh, you and Duchess are going to get along great. Oh my god.
Puts it back down.
This is amazing.
Just kind of watching you. There's something about it. It seems attracted to you for some reason. And it could very well be what Garuda said. It could be that power of her, like her being inside of you or something. But there's something about you that just has really piqued this thing's interest, and it is drawn to you.
I will fuck. Is it I've never fucking seen a Drake before, but does this thing look healthy?
Yeah, I mean, it looks... you can go ahead and give me a medicine check just to be sure, but it looks
All right, sure.
well fed. Like, it doesn't look hungry. Not acting hungry. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Again, this is all of this is kind of new to you, dragons, drakes, but he's not a little boy. Things like an alligator with a dragon head. Probably should have used alligator instead of lizard, but I guess, you know.
Yeah. Garuda.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, we're not? Wait, what? We're not done?
What do you want?
Oh,
Well, once the thing didn't bite you, I stopped
oh
paying
yeah,
attention.
no. So did I just like adopt this pet? Or not pet, but this creature? Sorry, I had dogs
I
growing
mean,
up.
if you want to, I don't control you. I was just trying to have a little fun, but it got boring very fast.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's so real.
I get it.
I mean,
Love
if
her.
you're gonna hang on to it, I'd just leave it here.
What the fuck? You would? Why?
I mean, it's from here. It's not like it would die.
That's true. That's true. Do you know how to raise a dragon?
Ah! Sorry.
Raise a dragon? I've never raised a dragon. If
Do
that's
you know
even
how
what you
to
could call
sustain life?
this thing. I assume meat
all-
and water,
Okay, that's
like all of
fair
you
enough.
fleshlings.
Yeah, that's okay.
If only you knew someone who canonically was a dragon nerd.
If only I had. Who's a dragon nerd? Is he? It's crazy. Fuck. All right, little friend. You ever flown before?
As you say that, he kind of looks over at the big ship. You do get the feeling this thing understands what you're saying.
I love him.
Just kind of stands back up, Just kind of walks over to your side. Just looks at you. Seems like
Fuck it.
it's gonna follow you.
This is you. Everybody is going to love you. Come on, and I'm going to start walking towards the ship.
Okay. It just plods along behind you.
Oh,
Not really behind you, almost like right at your side, like a very well-trained dog. You can
like one that's
see,
healing, walking at like your ankles,
yeah, like,
kind of.
not the way my dog walks. You kind of look down and you'll just notice its attention seems to be focused a lot on you. Like this animal seems bonded to whatever mixture of natural charisma and divine power you have flowing through that multi-class brain of yours as it just follows you. Those of you that are sitting on the ship, as you can start to hear Ava coming back, but there's not the light footsteps of Ava. There's also this plodding thump, thump, thump. It sounds like some four-legged creatures coming up with him.
Pardon me?
Bailey's gonna put his book down the new book he started reading.
What are you doing,
Cats
Basket?
absolutely putting their hand on their morning star, just gently caressing her.
Izzy, do you have
Ava,
any
is
pets?
everything okay?
Yeah, I got a new
As he
friend.
said, yeah, as he says that, you would also notice almost like a person with their finger on the trigger, he is tentatively holding his staff. But then he hears Ava say he made a new friend, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Is this a real friend or a friend in your head?"
Bailey. I think Bailey's just gonna walk
Legitimate
upstairs.
question.
That's fair. Unfortunately,
It's not offensive in this world, thank you.
yeah, no, that's true. I'll call for the Drake over and be like, no, I found it in the fucking mountains. Well, Garuda found it, but I just found it.
Bailey's just gonna walk upstairs, completely reckless abandon.
Mhm.
He trusts his abilities to react fast enough.
Fair.
I have questions.
I might have answers.
You know what, valid? Did you name it?
Not yet.
Yeah, Izzy will go up, and his eyes will alight.
As
Is it
you approach, the thing kind of starts going. It kind of as you walk towards him, it walks in front of Ava, and then forms like this little bit of a shield, and just gonna.
I'll lower my hand onto it slowly, not alarmingly, but like it's okay. They're friends. They're allies.
It just sits back. As soon as he says that, it just kind of sits back down.
Are you a tamer by chance, or have you tamed creatures before?
I mean, what can I say? I'm a very likable person.
You're taking a lot of credit for this, and I think we both know I had something to do with this.
It was mostly Garuda, but I'm a very likable person.
That's better.
Right.
Ava, what do you plan? How do you plan on feeding this creature?
Well, I'm great with a bow and arrow, and we are going into a very heavily forest region with a lot of wildlife. So I think I'll be good for the next couple of weeks at least.
You'll have a chocobo nobody's
Anything after
using.
that?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh,
Bascat's
I'm-
probably gonna be like, "You best keep it away from the chocobo downstairs. It's gonna eat that first."
Oh no. Him and Duchess will become best friends.
I want them to
I've
have an
been-
unrivaled beef now.
like a Tom and Jerry type beef.
Yes.
Who is the better
Oh.
party companion?
Guys, we almost have enough people to do a pet one shot.
Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Let's see, we got 3 now, right? Yep, we got 3.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Collective,
Mhm.
a pet familiar to.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
you can make something.
New
Oh,
person,
we
yeah.
have so if Bazcat can make something with Wait, no, you're not an artificer, are you? I got you
No.
confused with your other
That
character. But we could use the automaton.
Automaton. Yeah.
So that's 4.
that is very funny. This is very nice and all, but will this hinder us in being able to continue on? I think the cover of night, it would be with the cover of night, it would be very useful to land this ship in where she's from. Speaking of DM, I'm sure
yes.
I'm not sure if Blake has told us. Do we actually know where in the region she's from?
Yes.
We know she's from the Norvallen region.
Yes, she has mentioned it. I will pop it up. Hey, actually, I haven't used the map at all this session, really, but I'm going to try to pop it
Yeah.
up right now. I didn't think we'd need it too much with an RP session. Let's
Thank
see if I can go to that.
you. I remember you mentioned Feymarch, but I also believe maybe Ava's from Feymarch?
No, Feymarch
Evil's
is
from
correct.
Canaan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ava's from
Nice, okay.
Canaan. So Canaan's right here. Canaan's down south of Lindblom.
Hmm.
So that's still actually in the Spira region. You all have flown over the
Hmm.
mountains. Currently stopped right outside Calm. I think I can ping right here.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep.
oh, there it is. So you
Yeah.
guys are currently right here. And then you're going right here to Feymarch.
Damn, the Empire has nukes? Fuck.
All right.
Nuclear launch
Okay.
detected.
And I remember she mentioned specifically
Fuck,
she's
they got
from
a 12 kill streak.
I
Sorry.
remember she mentioned specifically she most likely lives in well, I think she mentioned specifically living in some sort of not city and or
Right. So
commune. But even if she had it, would it be safe for Izzy to assume that?
yeah, so Feymarch is the closest major city. So
Hmm.
she's not actually from you're right about that. She's not actually from the city itself, but someone there would probably be able to at least tell you of a for lack of a better word, a hippie commune that lives outside of the city, right? So,
Yeah. The big thing is how are we gonna get the ship? But we can worry about that when we get there. Yeah. I think Izzy says with the cover of Nightfall, it'll be useful. It'll be useful in maybe trying to ask for directions and also remaining unseen. But we would need to be quick.
What are we doing quickly?
We need to get there quickly, so we maybe can have the cover of night as an advantage for us. It'll make it easier when landing the ship.
and keep in mind the dark green area of the map is just a very large, densely populated forest. You're going to have to land it on one of the lighter colors. You can't land anywhere in that forest. So you're
But
going
we
to have
can get closer.
you can get closer for sure, but you're going to have a march on foot into Feymarch.
Is it possible to just keep the ship in the air?
Ava has to
No,
stay on
because
the ship.
Ava has to be, yeah.
I thought there was a way to fly it without him being on there.
He has to be on it. He doesn't have to be the one that like flies it anymore, but he
Oh,
has to be
right.
within proximity of the device.
Ooh, yikes.
Probably an
Ugh.
awkward question. Have we established whether the ship was able to land in water?
It was before
Okay,
you knocked
cool.
a big hole in the hull.
Was. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
mhm.
true. Fuck's sake, Ava.
Where's that beach?
Alexandria owes us a favor. We
This
could store
beach?
it there.
Oh wait,
There's
Taurus is
many
in
things.
Alexandria, right?
Taurus
Yes.
is in Alexandria. You
Yeah,
can ask your
we can.
boyfriend to help us.
Yeah, Izzy perks up. He's like, wait.
Why?
Taurus is
Did I have a good
Taurus is
idea?
in
Oh.
Taurus is in Alexandria. We can ask him for
No.
help.
That's that's fair.
What? You don't
Yes.
trust him?
Hesitation.
No, I trust him. He doesn't. I wouldn't. Not that he's a common person, but would the average Joe know where or how to hide an airship? And the only one that's functioning too.
I mean, I'm assuming he has some sort of experience in deception. He's a bard.
Izzy, the ship weighs like 300,000 fucking pounds.
We learned that
I mean-
last episode on Kupo Quest.
I'm willing to.
It's,
if you want, I still think we
D&D.
should go to Alexandria and
Yeah.
see him, but I don't think
It's a DVD like extra at the bottom.
Yeah.
No, but he says, we should at least try.
Oh no, absolutely. I think we
Here,
should head to Alexandria.
I'll
'cause
send
even
him.
if he
I'll
doesn't
send him a
want
message, and and I'll see if he can come. If he can come meet us.
Okay.
Meet us.
I
Yeah,
have
it's
so
fine.
many thoughts, but Bailey doesn't know anything, and I'm like, fuck! I hate now. I've realized the double-edged sword of playing a new character
Yeah.
when you
says-
don't have information.
As you say that,
Yeah,
and
he says,
Bazcat's
"Listen,
over here
or-
like, I don't know what's going on.
anything. Yeah.
He says, "Listen, he's growing up. He was one of the smartest guys I know. I'm sure he can figure out something."
Okay.
Professor, go ahead and make an insight check.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, you didn't
He was an
remember,
F
did you?
student. B
To fill
student.
you in, Bubbles. So Izzy kind of has this
13.
Nice.
love triangle going on. So he met this traveling bard, and the bard was obviously hitting on him. And this was before Izzy really picked up on social cues at all. He's gotten a little bit better, and it was just brutal. As this guy was like, I really always enjoyed talking to you when we were younger, and Izzy's like, yeah, I don't remember you at all.
Man, the brutal part, not to derail this, but Taurus is like, oh man, I've been thinking about you so much. And he's like, oh yeah, I haven't thought about you at all. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
like,
that was
holy
so
shit.
bad.
No. Oh,
And then also there's
Oh.
a sorceress from the Empire that Izzy has like a hate on for. So
Yep.
they're like
Well-
rivals, but she's into him too. So
So
Amazing.
let's be very clear. The character Ace has a huge crush on her because
Okay.
I like women who hate me. Izzy feels bad for her. Izzy feels bad for her and shows her basic compassion, and she has a crush on him for some reason.
Excellent.
It's
Yeah,
giving
she-
very much Jessica Rabbit.
she made she had like this rooftop with the wine and like a
Yeah,
little
rooftop date
little
night.
meeting just to meet with
Yeah.
him one time.
Literally, it was her being like, "So, what secrets can you procure? Can you procure me?" And Izzy being like, "So, tell me about your home life."
Pretty much.
Anyways.
The thing that makes it work though, and what's so funny, is that like the charisma that Izzy has is so like just a special kind of charisma, kind of like an autisma, if you will.
All right.
Oh my God.
Anyways, a 13 is high enough. Izzy definitely has a crush on this guy that he's talking about.
Okay.
I feel Bailey looking back, look at everything. I feel like Bailey's just gonna lean over to Ava, or like just kind of send a message to Ava and like hide his hand behind his face and whisper. We're like, there's more going on there, isn't there? Because those two have been very close for a very long time. I had to separate
Yeah, it's
them at one stage.
Yeah, you're from
complicated-
Massilia.
Oh,
You
it's-
might remember that.
That's a complicated story. Oh, interesting.
I need you to understand. While I think that's hilarious, Izzy will not remember it for the life of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna get that little like message, the message in your head. And Bailey's like, I had to separate them at one stage.
Let's head to Alexandria, talk to Taurus. If he can't help us, the Queen of Alexandria owes us a pretty fucking huge favor. So maybe she'll watch our airship for a few days.
She was a treat.
Oh yeah, I remember her. I think Izzy says, "All right, we'll talk to Taurus, and then you, Ava, will talk to the Queen."
Deal.
That's when he says, Bailey, we may need help with that. You have a fair hand in dealing with nobles.
I would yes.
God, it's nice having two charisma characters instead of just one.
We have two charisma characters?
You're everything.
All right.
I have a
So
yeah.
here's the thing. The sorcerer actually has charisma, but regardless of what your score is, Ava just has charisma. Right?
You can have a charisma
Um,
score of 1 and people will still believe you.
Yeah. All right. He just says he's going to send a message to Taurus.
Okay. What is it?
Oh, right. So, hello, old friend. We will finally be in Alexandria. I was hoping we could meet somewhere on. Hold on. Is there a beach there? Oh, there is,
Yeah.
but it seems
Yeah.
like a pretty hefty walk.
Yeah.
It'd be a hefty trek for him.
Yeah. Okay. So I was hoping we could meet somewhere outside of the city in private. Please let me know.
Winky face, eggplant emoji.
Excellent.
Volcano.
You'd like to meet in private. I think that could be arranged. It's good to hear your voice. It's been a while. You just let me know where, and I'll see you soon.
I don't think that needs to be on screen. They can set up a place to meet.
Sure.
I do think you would see a very disappointed tourist as he realizes he's bringing his entire crew.
Yeah.
For
We'll
sure.
touch on
Ow.
that. Unless you're gonna
Ow.
tell him. I imagine that Izzy would just fail to mention that, and I was just gonna play it off when you actually met him.
That is very funny.
I think it'd be also a bit more awkward because, like, I feel like Taurus as a bard definitely would have taken Bailey's class.
Oh well, actually, he's not a mage.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he's
right.
not.
Remember? That's
Yeah,
right.
he's he's a bard of music rather than a bard of magic.
Oh, Bailey
Yeah,
probably wouldn't. Shin would
remember
though.
his whole thing was he was one of the. He actually has a brand. Remember the tattoo?
Yep.
That was the one thing I pulled from Final
Oh,
Fantasy 16 so far. Is he has that tattoo that
yeah.
marked him as a basically born
Non-magic.
to. Yeah, what are they called in Harry Potter? Mudbloods or whatever? No,
Yeah.
Mhm.
no, the ones
Yeah,
that are
no, there's a
born to magic parents without powers, whatever those are
Squib.
called.
A
Those.
squib.
He's a squib.
Mm.
I don't remember the vocabulary, but yeah, that's so yeah.
Yeah,
And
I got the Harry Potter flags back here.
I knew you'd have my back there. So yeah, so he even has that kind of tattoo, which is when you kind of realized things in Mysidia are a little more maybe, and actually maybe it seems normal to you, but that's when the rest of the party kind of realized things in Mysidia are a little more antiquated.
Mm.
So
I mean, I do have Shin, so I feel like Bailey's a bit more open to everything.
fair. So you all are changing course just a little bit and heading closer to Alexandria then.
Yep.
Okay. With that, I think we'll bring this episode to a close. Very
Hey.
interesting stuff. I appreciate I as this gets on, I promise Bazcat there will be more for you. I felt a little bad. I'm sorry. But also,
It's fine. It's good.
you also sidestepped the one scene I really had set up for you.
Listen, they are not smart
Oh,
and not charismatic, and so if it's not directly like available to them, it's out. It's
it
gone.
was so funny. That was so
That was
funny.
hilarious.
No subtext, no nothing.
Oh my god.
No, I'm sorry.
that
There's no
was-
sit here. Oh, all right then. And just walks out.
Have a nice day.
And then I just they get out there just shrug like, oh well.
The worst part is Izzy was literally just like, so Squall didn't give you any insight.
The funniest part is I like had a mild panic attack because I couldn't remember it. So I'm Googling like this obscure passphrase from Final Fantasy VIII. But it didn't matter.
Lovely.
Your favorite game? Fake fan.
Oh,
Fake
shit.
fan.
I mean I remember the gist, but I wanted to get it exactly.
Oh, fake
Oh
fan.
my god. So I think this was a good episode. We had some highs, we had some lows.
It was a
But
mess.
yeah, we're
Pulled
definitely
my eyes out.
We had
Things are-
some dragons.
oh
I
yeah.
feel like we're definitely level 15 now, right?
No, you guys just
No.
leveled up. You cool your jets. And the reason I know you just leveled up is because our multi-class champion there, Ava, in case anyone was wondering, is now a Drake Warden. Because he hit level 3 in
Yeah.
his Ranger. So
Oh, that's what that is. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, I
cool.
thought you were gonna.
I
I'm
like
gonna be honest.
that.
I thought you were gonna completely switch it and just go full like Drake Rider fighter, because I know they
Oh, that'd
have
be
a
crazy.
they have a Drake class or a
Yeah, they
Dragon
do.
class.
So,
That's cool.
do you even have any fighter yet?
Not yet.
Get with it.
All right.
Not yet.
Come on, get with it. Anyway, so that'll be it for Kupo Quest. We got a busy week though. Tomorrow is Walking Dead on Omega's channel, so check that out. And then we're back Thursday for Dragonbane, right? That's this week. Dragonbane.
Yep, Dragonbane this week.
Dragon Man this week.
So, and then we'll just the five of us will talk about whether you guys are still free next Monday, just because it's technically a U.S. holiday.
Is
But
it?
Oh, is it?
Okay, so you four
It's
can
Memorial
have that
Day.
conversation.
Oh,
I'll be
Oh,
fine.
I'm probably still gonna have to work.
So yeah, just let me know. But with that, yeah, we will see you then, as we are getting close to. You all need to go into the forest. I'm just excited for it. I like the Ellison. I'm just excited to get into some foresty stuff. But with that, everybody, that'll be it for us tonight, I think. Thank you all for watching. Big shout out to Lynx424. I saw a new chatter tonight. That was nice to see you. Soloist, thanks for the raid. Always appreciate that. It's hilarious you did that right after I said you don't watch the stream. That made it even better. But anyway, we will see you. Well, I'll see you tomorrow if you watch. We'll see you next week. Lally ho, friends.